want to just finish up very quickly with an observation by one of the founders of Intel, Gordon Moore. Probably everybody here has heard of Moore's Law, which says in the electronics area everything doubles every 18 months or so, memory density, compute power, transistors in an integrated circuit. But Gordon also has another law which is less often quoted, but I think is absolutely germane to Ireland today, to the United States today, to major corporations today as we exist in a period which is of some financial uncertainty. And Gordon made the comment one day that, in fact, technology does not recognize recessions. Technology continues to move forward at almost an ever-increasing rate. And so if you're a corporation involved in the technology area, your only option to stay abreast with technology and to stay in a competitive position is not to slow down your investment in technology at any time. And if you get into a period of recessionary characteristics, difficult financial time, Gordon claimed that the only way to get out of a recession in a stronger fashion than when you entered the recession is to invest your way out and not to save your way out. And in fact, if you look at what I consider to be the premier corporations of the world, even in difficult financial times, they don't cut their R&D budgets. They don't skimp on investing in the future. They, in fact, invest their way out of recessions rather than trying to save their way out of recessions. This is absolutely contrary to every advice you get from an investment banker or from the press or from anyone from Wall Street who deals with stocks and what you should do as a CEO in a difficult time. They will always say, have a layoff, cut back on your expenses. Don't you know it's a recession? This is what you're supposed to do classically in a recession. But in fact, I think quite to the contrary, those companies, and expanding that for a moment to those countries that invest their way out of recessions end up on the other side of the recession in a much stronger position. I mention this with a little bit of experience. While I was at Intel for 35 years, we had 10 or 11 recessions. The electronics industry has been fairly cyclical over that period of time. And in every one of those 10 or 11 recessions, those companies that continued to invest heavily during the recessionary period always came out on the other side stronger and ahead of their competition than those that chose to save their way out. So my bit of advice, perhaps not to you, but to your political leaders as they're coming up with your budget on December 7th is don't try to save your way out of this recession from an investment standpoint, an investment in basic research and development. Invest your way out of this recession. Thank you.